is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Liberty Flames, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here's the handoff. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll go to the ground. Find some fresh air. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
And the Flames have it with a 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Picks up the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
At the 35, he's got room. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Setting up the screen. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Flames, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And the Flames have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Now adjusting. And he'll just get rid of that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Fires it incomplete.
A really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
Now after the misfire, it leaves him with 3rd and goal from the 3. Smells it. Touchdown, Flames. They grab the early lead.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. Gunning up for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Pollock. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. The inside handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Give to the running back. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Flames with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Dances away. The throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Roberts. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You see this a lot from offensive coordinators. Where are you weak? Where are you vulnerable? Where can I get an edge? And you see him try to get the ball in the perimeter early in the first quarter. Can I get outside the tackle boxes and have success?
And not only that, stretch them side to side, and it can pay off with your inside runs.
No doubt. Get them running sideline to side. Also get them
turning it on. Pass attack. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Liberty.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's what quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly out for the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. At the 35, he's open. Hits the afterburners. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, sweet feet. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. On the ground with the counter. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Randolph. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job of... the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Using his feet. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Flames! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. James Madison went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Dukes. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun. Give on the inside. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They're setting up the screen. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. Now facing a 3rd and long. Moves. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Just keep slinging it. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Steps away. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
that drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. On the run, deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You can underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
He's going to take off. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Flames come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds us back in the middle. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. Throwing on the run. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Flames will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Going to the run to start this second half. Got the first down, looking for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Might as well give it to him again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Let's go. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. On target over the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his tight end. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Plows through the defense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Flames can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. Might be looking to run. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Touchdown, Liberty. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on 1st down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give on the option. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Might be changing the route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And you've always got to be careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally. So that wide receiver did a really nice job on that route to bring the ball in while on a tight rope.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He caught it! And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Fresno State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Pac-12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Wyoming took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Laramie. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the ground with the back. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll go to the air. Has to throw this off his back foot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Back to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming with the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete to the left. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The Flames want to move quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Leaves it with the back. Inside the 45. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Got a little space. Turning it on. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Flames. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. Just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it out. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And that is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll try the run. Running to Green.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll pull it down and run. Still on his feet at the 40. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down.
Wide open spaces. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Complete on 3rd down. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. A first down run on the doorstep. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. The extra point here would tie the game. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving them up, completely comfortable knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Flames in a good spot here with second and short. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
The Flames come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Right down the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see the quarterback make.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He's got it down the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to pick up a first down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Makes the grab past the marker. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Let's go! Power football with the run. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
If you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
42,
muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Timeout, Liberty.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. Big celebration, understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking the deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. To the air on 2nd down. Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's 2nd down, incomplete pass, go to 3rd down. We need to go for it on 4th down. This offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Got out of trouble and throws. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Going to try to get it himself. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got to stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.